Alright, today I'm going to talk about a few things that have to do with mixing Alumilite that I learned on my own and Googled and couldn't figure it out and just kind of was winging it. This is the first video you've seen. Yeah, I broke my wing, so I'm down for a while, but that's not gonna slow me down. So the first thing I want to talk about is paint. How do you make pink blanks? Fluorescent pink, bright pink cancer blanks, or cancer colored pink, so you can buy the pen kits that have a little cancer ribbon on them and get a nice bright pink like this. Well, I Googled, and it said mix red and white. So I know if I had white dye, I could mix clear Alumilite and put in 3 drops of white and 4 drops of red and mix and get the pink before I potted it. But I have a lot of white Alumilite and I just tried it. I thought, is the white from the white dye going to mix with the red dye that I put in, and should I put in a lot or should I put in a little, and what would be the ratio? So I mixed this up, and I mixed up enough for my mold and what I thought was going to be 2 of these little pen blanks, and I put in about half to 2/3 of what is recommended. Right, they recommend 1 drop of dye per ounce, which doesn't translate to me because I do everything in grams. So I went and actually figured that 400 grams, this would be 14 ounces. I checked it on my scale, so I would need 14 drops. Well, I put in about 7 drops of red dye, about 4 of red and 3 of fluorescent red. And then I did put in some shimmers, which the shimmering got basically swallowed by the white Alumilite. So then when I mixed it, I was quite happy with the results. So white Alumilite and about half the red you expect, I got this pink. So I thought that was really cool. And then conversely, I was trying to make a dark Christmas green out of Alumilite White, and I got this light limey green. So if I wanted a real deep green, I would probably need to put in way more, or even close to the recommended amount, like 1 ounce, 1 drop per ounce. There was a question that came up, and I've seen on YouTube that has or hasn't been answered, and because of things I've been doing lately, I've got a few pours like this where it's just my mold slipped. I wasn't ready. I was in a hurry. So this is mixed, that's blue towel, but this is mixed white with red. And I was trying to get a red and white candy cane swirl, which I came close. It's a little lighter pink than I thought, but it looks pretty cool. But it's not completely full. So, like on this one, it was one of these. It wasn't completely full either. Neither of these 2 are. See, I've got a bunch of this stuff I've been working on. This one wasn't completely full, so I mixed some more clear red with sparkles in it and poured on top of this. And all indications are, from what I read and my own experiments, that yeah, that works just fine. You can pour Alumilite on top of Alumilite, as long as you don't get any of that mold release in between. And that goes the same for ribbons. If you pour out ribbons of Alumilite, cut them up, bend them, swirl them, put them in here, the Alumilite will bond to its own self in Alumilite. So then another trick that I figured out that is kind of like duh, but it took me a while to figure it out, is I have this mold, and I've been making multiple ones of these, and I've had 2 of these, and I've been mixing 800 grams of stuff, pouring it in here, and then pouring a few extra pen blanks, and then having some extra, and not knowing exactly how to figure out exactly what this weighs. So if I have the same mold that I'm going to use over and over again, take a guess, fill it up with rice, fill it up with water, whatever, figure out what you need, pour it. But then once this is done and dried, the weight hasn't changed. So I actually did mathematics. I had 498 minus what I poured in here left me down to 262 or whatever else. And then I poured one of these and I took that measurement and I subtracted that and I took that measurement. Well, I calculated it all out. And then I went and put these on my scale after they'd come out of the molds and they were dry, and they weighed the exact same. This is 20 grams, so its weight after pouring is the same as the weight before pouring. And I know that's only useful if you're doing the same molds over and over again, but I figured it out. 20 grams for these, which is not very much, and it's super cool. I just love making them. I think these little pucks that I'm going to make spinning tops out of, I think they're about 40 grams, and I think this is about 300, but I'll have to go weigh it again, make sure. So I hope those little tricks help, kind of a duh moment, how to interact with Alumilite White. Also remember, Alumilite White cures fast. Set a timer, and at about minute 45 you better be pouring it in your molds and done at whatever temperature, because I've gotten caught really bad making big white goo blobs. Well, anyway, those are my tips, tricks with Alumilite, what I've learned this week. Thanks for watching. Leave comments, subscribe, and I'll get back to the shop soon. Alright, we can try a video. Here's some of the hybrid blanks I've been making. The candy cane swirl, the light green, bright pink, shimmering green. These are the pieces up close that I was talking about. They didn't get quite 3/4 of an inch. So I'll put some more Alumilite on them. Here's the piece that's got hybrid burl and red shimmering. Here's the piece that's got green, that's dark green inside red, swirled, mixed up craziness. For the love of Pete.